That's not starvation, that's restoration. And it's available to almost everyone who is willing to approach it correctly. Lower insulin consistently and restore metabolic flexibility, give the body enough time in a low insulin state regularly and repeatedly, so that fat burning stops being basically an emergency response and starts being basically a default setting. So the way I feel it for myself right now, it's not an emergency. It's just a consistent, regular default setting. It may take time to make this happen, weeks or months or quarter. But when that shift happens, and it does happen, everything changes. Hunger becomes quieter. Your cravings are losing their grip. Energy basically stops fluctuating. Your waistline begins to change. You can feel it, the waistline change in ways that diet alone simply cannot produce. So basically the control over your visceral fat, there's always, of course, a bit of visceral fat, but once locked away and protected, begins to disappear because the hormonal conditions that protected it are no longer existing. And the body, for perhaps the first time in years, is doing what it always designed to do. It is running on its own stored energy, cleaning its own damaged cells, regulating its own blood sugar without constant intervention. And that's not starvation, that's restoration. And it's available to almost everyone who is willing to approach it correctly. So for runners, for endurance athletes in general, but in fact for everybody, this means that the ability to burn fats will get simply to a higher level. The narrative that you can only burn fats on low intensity and you need sugars on higher intensity will change. It's simply not true. And your ability to burn fats is activated immediately after you start with your training. It's a constant supply of energy from metabolizing the fats stored in your body from the first minutes of exercise. And that is basically ESS, the energy supply switch at work. And it simply is a new reality.